Hey there everybody, and welcome back to SBRpicks.com. The NCAA Tournament is underway. We had Selection Sunday this past weekend, and the play-in games are going on Tuesday and Wednesday. You can check out free picks on those games on the SBR Picks page as well, but right now we're going to jump ahead and talk about the good stuff, the round of 64 starting on Thursday. And here now, we're focusing on this tough East Division, and with me right now is the best in the business, Mr. Dave Golikoff, to talk it all over. Dave, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I am great. We are talking over the 7th versus, 10th seed here. We got Michigan State in the 7th seed versus the UGA Georgia Bulldogs in the 10th seed. Now this seed is interesting because past tournaments have shown us that usually we see 1 or 2 upsets in this particular seeding matchup. Now Dave, I'm totally biased here. I want to see the Dogs go home in this first round, being a Georgia Tech fan, an Auburn fan, but with that being said, what do you think about this UGA upset here? Do they have enough strengths to bring to the table against Michigan State team?
I don't think so. I think you're going to get your wish. I think that Georgia, these second-tier SEC teams, this isn't college football. This is college basketball. And when you're second tier in the SEC, you're not very good. I think I don't want to say that they squeaked in. They probably deserved to be there. I don't think they were, that far down the bubble. But you can clearly see when they played pretty much anyone decent, they were not that good. I think there's too much being made of the fact that I think they lost by, 11 at Rupp Arena, which is decent. But, you take a look, they lost to, Arkansas twice, lost to Kentucky twice, South Carolina twice. Just not a very strong team overall. I mean, the flip side of it is that if you're betting Georgia, you like their scoring guards, Kenny Gaines, Charles Mann, J.J. Frazier. Those are 3 players that can fill the basket, probably contribute maybe around 30 to 40 points, depending how hot they are. The problem is those guys aren't necessarily consistent either. So sort of a up and down team, Georgia. But Michigan State, on the flip side, is a team that got hot sort of at the end of the year, had a good run in the conference tournament. If you're betting on Georgia, you're probably thinking that these teams are more evenly matched than most would have you think. Maybe too much is being made of Michigan State's performance, taking Wisconsin to overtime in the Big Ten title game. Because before that, Michigan State, before that tournament, not particularly impressive, maybe even a bubble team too. So if you're betting Georgia, then you probably think that Michigan State is overrated.
All right, now Dave, for anyone who's built a bracket or knows much about college basketball in general, they know it's kind of an unspoken rule to never go against Tom Izzo in this first or second round. But how do you see this team doing in the tournament overall, and especially against UGA in this first matchup?
Well, that's, if anybody wants to go back and watch our video with me, you, Jordan Sharp, and Peter Loshak, where we break down the entire bracket, I mentioned a couple times that I like Michigan State as a potential sleeper. I think that this team, you put Tom Izzo with talent, even if they've been inconsistent this season, I think it's a fairly big obstacle for anybody in the tournament. We've seen him, make runs when the team is loaded. We've seen him guide his team to the Final Four when, the appearance was that they weren't so talented going in. I think right now they're playing their best basketball of the season. They beat Ohio State nearly by double digits, beat a ranked Maryland team, and then went toe-to-toe with Wisconsin, who's one of the best teams in the nation. I think this shows that Michigan State is playing pretty well right now. I also like the fact that I heard Tom Izzo talk about the fact that he doesn't like the 7 seed. He thinks they should have been higher. So I think they come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. So I do like Michigan State in this spot.
Hey, but as we saw from last year, the 7th seed can go all the way. But all right, let's switch it over to the spread in this one. It's relatively tight with Michigan State just 5.5-point favorite here. But which side are you looking at in this game to cover?
I like Michigan State. Take a look at the Bulldogs. They're a team that finished the conference tournament this past weekend with no wins over anyone in the top 50 of the RPI. in terms of the rating percentage index. So I think that that's a big concern. As mentioned, anytime we went through their schedule, anytime they played anyone respectable, they got shellacked. And I think Michigan State is the more experienced team, the better coach team, the more talented team playing their better basketball this season. And hopefully they get the job done for both of us here.
There you have it, guys. My kind of man here. Take the favorites to cover the number in this one, Michigan State. You heard it first from our pro handicapper, Dave Golikoff. Dave, thanks again for hanging out with us today and offering your free picks.
All right.
All right, guys. Good luck on your picks this week. And until next time, this is Megan Rochester for SBRpicks.com.